Hi Seeker, welcome to your Sagittarius Taroscope for the month of September. I am Morgane, the Existential Shift. If you're newbies in my channel, thank you for being here, either way. Whew. Mars is direct, and we know it affected us massively. Affected fire signs, affected everybody. Because other things were in retrograding as well, and there were a lot of eclipses. And we had to go back to the grinding like the Earth zodiacs do. What do I mean by that? Especially Sagittarius, fire, inspiration, creation, creativity. Sorry. Natural manifestation from the will. Natural luck. Sagittarians are lucky people. And now, Mars retrograding, it's almost like good luck takes hard work. You did something and you are used to it just working out because the universe is just like, yeah, sure. And now maybe it didn't, and it forced you to go back to the root of it, to the foundations, to the structure, and take a look at the foundations and build it properly. That sucks. You're inspired, you're passionate, you're active, you're creative, you're fiery, fiery. Of course it should work. What we do when it doesn't, well, you've already learned that. I don't need to tell you. The past few months, the retrogrades, the eclipses have taught you well. It was balancing your elements, Sagittarius. It wasn't to hurt you. It was to balance you. It was to give you tools to teach you how to handle situations that are bigger than what you're used to. Because you will need more skill. You will need not just the fire in you. You will need the earth in you. You will need the air in you. Planning, strategizing, being diligent, working hard, making sure you don't skip any stages like the Knight of Pentacles. Whether you like it or not, Sagittarius, it was for your own damn good, excuse my language. So take it with gratitude. Okay. Come on, cards. Now it's your turn to talk. Thank you. There you are, the Emperor. When you're evolved, when you're powerful, when your earth element is strong. So readers, books, the Emperor is Aries. Okay. The Emperor is also four. The Emperor is also Zeus. The Emperor is also the god of life and structure and work. And he knows money, and he knows career, and he knows how to build empire. He is the leader of the empire. You think he doesn't plan and work hard? Practicality is the name of the game, and here you have it. So this is very good. This tells me that you have leaped towards that next level. You're no longer the Page of Wands, the cute, youthful, imaginative Sagittarius. Now you have some oomph in you, some hard work ethics in you. Not just of being, acting, and moving in accordance to what you want to do, but also being diligent with the things that you don't necessarily feel like doing, but they are necessary. The Emperor knows how to balance that. He has a great fire-earth balance in him. Ooh, 6 cards fell down. Normally I don't take so many, but I will take it. 10 of Swords. Knight of Swords. That's very harsh energy, especially with the Emperor. Seven of Wands. The Star, getting better. King of Cups, still getting better. Nine of Pentacles, much, much better. Okay. So, you've owned up to the best potential of you. You've acquired the skills. Eclipse season worked you well. Sanded you well. It was painful. Ten of Swords. You're now healing and stepping out of that. You still have a little bit of the stifle type of energy in you, because you were used to battling things and things kind of coming at you. And so we have here the, oh, I'm sorry. What a lovely mistake. It's not the Knight of Swords, it's the Ace of Swords. This is a new deck that I have, the Dragon Tarot, and for some reason I looked at it and saw the Knight of Swords because I'm a very visual person, but it's actually the Ace of Swords and I like it. You are rising above the pain of the past few months. Finally, the sharp idea, the plan, is given the opportunity to be executed with the Seven of Wands. No, it won't be easy, but great things are not supposed to be easy, as far as I know so far anyway. But with the Seven of Wands and with the Star, you're making it happen. You're taking your creative force and your inspiration and your analytical abilities. Ace of Swords, Seven of Wands, the Star. And you're showing up to the world with it. With the King of Cups, it also brings emotional satisfaction. On one side of the Star, I have everything I just described. On the other side of the Star, I have the King of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So the emotional realm is improving. Being grounded because of the Nine of Pentacles. Very grounded energy. I want you to see this. Also, I already have really good stuff for the extended because the numerological aspect here is off the chart. 10 is 1. Ace obviously is 1. 1, 1, 7. The Star is 17, so 1, 7. King of Cups is July, Cancer. July is 7, so 1, 1, 7, 1, 7, 7. We'll address that when I'll address the code and the numerological aspect of this reading. And then all this magical code that shows that there's synchronicity between your, the spark of your heart and the universe, and the universal spirit's one, and the spark of the universal spirit's heart. There, my English has allowed me to speak. All of this is structured and framed with very strong, practical, grounded, leading, independent, abundant energy. This is money. This is results. This is success. This is respect. People are paying you respect. You will start to feel, Sagittarius, the benefits of the past few months. Things will start making sense. You'll start seeing the big picture from an emotional standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint, and from a cognitive standpoint. Ace of Swords is very sharp. It's analytical thinking. It's also an opportunity from the universe. It tells you, just do, and the universe will join. But plan. And there's a lot of inner force, a lot of energy coming in for you in September. a lot of creative inspiration, a lot of emotional inspiration. It's almost like I kind of see these as the same dragon, the little blue dragon here with the King of Cups, and the dragon here that is a badass above heavens, kind of pouring inspiration to the earth. It's like you're learning how to control and master your own sense of inspiration, of creativity. It's no longer all over the place. You've learned how to harness it and being practical with it and know what to do when. That will lead you to great results, Sagittarius. I'm really loving this reading for you right now. You have given me the most views for August. So maybe you're wondering, why are you last? Because of that. I wanted to let it all sink. I wanted all the retrogrades to be gone. All the eclipses to be gone. I wanted Mars to be on its track. I wanted you on your path energetically. I wanted you to be able to believe this. 2 weeks ago, a week ago maybe even, most especially 3 weeks ago, you would not believe me. You would be like, no, everything is hell. Everything is a mess. Still, you feel a little bit of fluctuations. 1 to 7 to 1 to 7. Analytically, cognitively, spiritually, you're a little bit still like static electricity. You know, like when your hairs stand and you have your hand above it and you kind of feel the tip of your hair. It's like static electricity when it almost touches, but not exactly. But soon, September, it will start really, really kind of finding its place. The energy will park in. Park up, whatever. Now, some of you will be going with a certain creative plan and endeavor, and it will require a little bit of struggling and battling off different types of communication. But you definitely got this, because the creative idea is so strong and it expresses itself in such a bountiful way that I really see it kind of receiving its place. Good. What else, cards, for my Sagittarians? Thank you. Page of Swords. Okay. A communication with a younger individual or a younger energy. Interesting. I suddenly see you in this. Kind of the dreamer that has the real focus of what and how they want and what they are. But then there's this back noises, someone whispering in your ear, but like you're not listening. A sense of detachment from reality and finding a focal point. So if this is a creative endeavor, find your focal point. And don't listen to the chatter, to the little mind chatter in your head, or maybe from the outside, that tells you how this needs to be. And kind of let this thing that you're working on take a life of its own. It's almost like it's taking over you, this thing that you're so focused on and so interested in. But I'm not getting a bad vibe from it as well. Interesting. If you resonate with what I'm saying, please comment, because I'm curious. Let's see more. Let's see more for this Page of Swords, because it came out pretty strong. It just kind of flipped. It wants to be here. Page of Swords can be June, can be Gemini, can be just an air sign. It could be a come and go kind of energy, in and out, doing one thing, thinking what else it can do as well simultaneously. Always wanted to be one leg in, one leg out. But the vibe that I'm getting from this specific card, from this deck, is actually the opposite of what I just described. It's like deep focus. Interesting. Maybe that's what you need. Maybe you're like that, except for when you find something that truly interests you, and then you can really drown in it and let it consume you. Let's clarify Page of Swords and see forward. And see beyond it for September for Sagittarius, please. Sagittarius for September. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Midheaven, Cross Watchers, hi. If this resonates with you, it's for you. Simple as that, okay? If you are drawn to this video, it's for a reason. There are millions of videos on YouTube, and yet you came here. It is not coincidental. Okay. Now I have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, the Chariot, 3 of Wands, 7 of Wands. That's what I feel like doing. What you're gonna do. Also, it makes sense. Another 7, by the way. Another 7. Oh. Your brain is encountering the spiritual world and it's really trying to make sense of it. Don't try to make sense of it. When you'll stop trying to make sense of it, it will make sense. It's just the way it goes. Okay. You will have the feels of needing to battle or to stand up for the thing that you want to do. Now, here's what I have to say to you. This might be a very small element of a big picture, a big creative picture, a big planned picture endeavor. So it'll be a small element that you'll find important, but it will almost be like making a mouse into a mountain. It will become a much bigger deal to you than maybe it should be. Because you feel like, based on a principle, you want to stand up for it and defend it. And you will really be willing to really stand on your back 2 feet for this. Now, you might reach an agreement if there was like you know, if people didn't agree with you or wanted to, you might reach it, but it won't be worth it. The effort won't be worth, because it will unveil itself as you go as something that wasn't worth all the effort. I don't think it will cause damage, but it will just, you'll realize it was potentially wasted energy that just caused friction for no reason. Does that make sense? So if during the month that will come up, something that you just, maybe you just got stuck with it in your head, and you got used to the idea or the thought, you really want to take it forward. It won't be bad if you will, but I just feel like there's a need to look at the bigger picture. Okay? Keep remembering you need to be tapped into the energy of the Emperor, the bigger picture. The way the Emperor manages to rule the world is that he conquers every huge mountain one at a time. Imagine he had went to try conquering 20 little different hills simultaneously. All those 20 hills that you have to go back and forth, like jump back and forth from it like a kangaroo, like a mosquito, like bounce here, bounce there. All that energy that you put in conquering all those little hills, if you were to put in one huge mountain and eventually have it, it will make much bigger significance to you than all those 2,200 little hills. And then he finishes with one mountain and he moves to another. Focus, putting all your fire into one thing. As opposed to the Page of Swords that goes around and wants to rule all the little tiny hills. And then everybody's looking at him like a little page because you didn't impress anybody. Does that make sense? Now this is also a journey to fulfill something, some kind of a plan, something that you wanted. It all makes sense. It all works together. I feel like I'm just repeating myself. Let's keep going. Anything else? Oh, okay. This will have, I'm not sure about everything that just fell. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Okay. So this group of cards fell. I will ignore it because it fell with it facing down. But one card fell facing up, which is Justice. So I have the Strength and the Justice on the table. I had this duo come up also yesterday in Leo. Leo, was it? No, Aquarius, I'm sorry. And it's interesting that they come together because in different tarot decks, they have this thing where usually the Strength card is number 8 and the Justice is number 11. In a few tarot decks, it's the opposite, where the Justice receives number 8 in the Major Arcana and Strength gets number 11. They always have this duality kind of dual relationship where they kind of switch places sometimes. In this deck, they switch places. And they tend to come together for me in this deck. So this is karma, okay? Because I'm taking the 11 and the 8 with the Justice. Now, Strength doesn't have to necessarily be karma, but because it's usually 8 and now it's changing places and it's just what I do in my head. There's method to the madness. Can't explain it. Anyway. So first of all, I have another 11. So that's another added 1-1 to the party. Okay. If you are signing any contracts, if you are handling anything big, patience is a virtue. Diligence is a virtue. If there's one thing the past few months eclipse season has taught you, is to be diligent, to read the fine print, to take note of the little details, to not skip stages because then they'll come and bite you in the ass. Okay? Do not skip the stages. Be very methodical, very communicative. Everything needs to be clear. Everything needs to be written down and decided upon and agreed upon, not with a handshake, but in writing, in writing, in writing, in writing. And whatever it is that is, choose your battles, right? Choose your battles. But if something is very important to you, and you know why it's so important, then being patient and explaining yourself harmoniously, with ease and sense of assurance, will really help. Communicate things to the outside, but most importantly, once decided upon, write it down. Think about everything that can go the other way. Focus, harness all that is important. Write it down. Also, very strong inner strength when it comes to handling karma. You are really facing it, really facing it strongly, looking at it in the eye, looking at yourself. This calls you to accept, to be grateful, even if it doesn't feel good. But this is a power month, Sagittarius. This is a power month where you are taking control over your life and you're leading the direction of the Chariot. Bottom of the deck. Four of Wands, Queen of Cups, Four of Cups, Eight of Wands. We'll take it. Another 11, by the way, because this November, Scorpio. Two fours. Manners of the heart. Manners of the heart. Your emotional realm, Sagittarius. You're about to really go deep to how and what you feel. And there's a certain fluctuation between feeling very secured and feeling very confused. But your actions are very swift and very focused and very accurate and positive. You want to take something to the next level, Four of Wands, Eight of Wands. And you want to do it fast. Interesting. Because it's almost like this energy kind of goes together and this energy kind of goes together, but it's two fours and it came out like this. So four and eight and Scorpio. Karma, very, very intense connection. Emotionally, it feels karmic. It is. Fours and eights are very strongly connected. When it comes to relationships, connections, whether it be romantic or family or friendships even. But I'm getting very good cards, 4 and 8. I'm trying to put it in words. I'm trying to, like, because I'm feeling it, but my mind hasn't yet what's the word? Four, 4, 8. Strong foundations. Very strong foundations. But that have to do with passion, with the fire, with the will, and with the emotion. It's like you manage to ground your passion and ground your feelings to a place where, okay, I know what I feel. I know how I feel. I know what I want. I'm acting upon it. And it's almost like fast action will manage to surround and dissolve any sort of emotional doubts that exist. Truth cannot be escaped. Queen of Cups is highly intuitive, highly perceptive, and she's not afraid to go deep to realize what she feels, what she wants, and what is the truth, whether we like it or not. And it's almost like it's a world within a world. Like there's an emotional world within an active world. And they meet and they detach, and they meet and then detach. I mean, it makes sense if you think about the element. Water and fire are not really elements that work together, right? But for the planet, both are highly necessary. And manifestation happens by the will and by the heart. by the subconscious, and by physical acts that derive from that subconscious. So there's a little bit of like those forces in you kind of communicate for a second, and then they go off their own way to do what they have decided upon when they communicated, right? The water and the fire elements in you. Okay, this needs to happen, let's do it. And each does it in their own way. It's very interesting. That's on an inner level. On the exterior level, you can take the same things to your connections. I'll go more into it in the extended. Okay, let's see your extended, speaking of. Okay, mages. Oh, of course. If you have screamed this at the screen at your computer and be like, how can you not see the Queen and the King of Cups? I see, here, I see. Don't be mad at me. We're making the connections now. Now all the sevens. Oh, I already know how I'm going to place all of this. 1, 1. Let's be focused. Sorry, I'll be right with you. The Emperor, the Chariot, Justice, just in this case because it's number 8, 7, 8. Strength, the Star. Why am I doing this? 1, 1, 10 is 1. 1, 1, Queen of Cups is 11, so 1, 1, 1, 1. 7, 7, King of Cups is July, so 7. 1s are here, 7s are here. Now, 2 4s, I'm going to hide them right here. Actually, I'm going to put them here, just for now. And I want to do 7, 11, 7, 1, 1, 1, 7. Ooh. Okay. Sorry, I'll explain what I'm doing. Please don't be patient, guys. This is for you. I had an 8 here. There it is. This is actually the 11, 8, 8. Because I have it so engraved in my head that justice is 11 and strength is 8, so I automatically go about it. Excuse me, but here I fixed it. So 7, 1, 1, 1, 7. 8, 8. 4, 4, 4. Great. Strong karmic connections between 4s and 8s. So I'm putting my 3 4s and my 2 8s here. All the 1s and the 7s and the 1s and the 7s are here. So this is our extended. Insane amount of 1s and 7 and 4s and 8s. It's a combination of strong spiritual connection between the spirits, between our souls, and a strong connection between our earthly existence, between our characters, X and Y. And I will address the actual meanings of the cards and the fact that in the middle I have Queen of Cups and King of Cups. Okay, this is just the first part of the extended. Guys, be patient because I'm going to finish with the Divine Circus Oracle for this general reading. But right now, just so you know, and link to your extended is below. This is the first part. What I just showed is the first part of the extended. Then I'm going to clean the table, reshuffle the cards, and do a Celtic cross, which is a completely different narrative, potentially, or something like other aspects of these narratives. And then we'll finish up with the runes. A message from our Nordic runes. I'm sorry, it's just mind-blowing. Like the synchronicity of the numerological aspect. Like the universe is screaming at us to say something, but in a good way. Okay. Let's get to it. Messages for Sagittarius from the Divine Circus Oracle for September. September Divine Circus Oracle for Sagittarius. Clear guidance, please. So guys, by the way, feel free to watch your other placements. Feel free to also go back to this current month's reading, because that way you can make the connections and learn from what was after, an after effect. Because we're not just about seeing what will be, but also learning from what was. That's the actual spiritual evolution, the existential shift. Oh, and if you want a private reading, you can email me. My email is also below in the information box, the magical information box with all the magical links. Everything you need is there. All right, come on. I said everything I needed to say, I think. Oh, did I thank you for your subscriptions? Thank you for subscribing. I read all your comments, by the way, and I love them very, very much. Thank you. All right, there it is. Now I said it all. Ooh. Divine Disguise. Number 23. Okay. Number 23, Divine Disguise. Story time. Okay. Some blessings are obvious. The door that opens, the person who says yes, and the instant success of an idea. But not all blessings are instantly recognizable. Some blessings are so veiled that at first you might consider them to be an unwanted development. A concealed blessing is either already at work in your life or on its way. Don't worry if you feel like things aren't working out as they should. Soon enough, the disguise will be dropped, and the blessed unmasked in all its beauty. Blessings are the mysterious workings of the universe. They're to help us along our unique life path to live our truth and fulfill our potential. The universe has the knack of knowing just what it is we need, even when sometimes we might think we need something altogether different. This is how it can be that something we resist and reject in our lives can become the very thing we are most grateful for later on. We realize it has been a blessing masked, something actually helping us, even though it might have come in the form of a challenge or struggle before we eventually gain great benefit from it. The Oracle of Divine Disguise brings you a positive message and prediction for your future. It brings you the promise of peace of mind and a realization that the universe does really know what it's doing. It's in your corner on your side, cheering you on and helping you avoid unnecessary pitfalls, even if you don't know they exist. The Oracle indicates that the real beauty of a situation isn't obvious to you yet. It could be a delay or change in plans that turns out to be in your favor, even if at the time you aren't sure it You aren't sure it signals failure. It could be the wrong person saying no, so the right person can say yes. It could be being blocked from running back to your past, so you must continue forward into the magic of your future. Whatever your hidden blessing, the Oracle of Divine Disguise tells you that you are soon going to realize just how loved and helped you are in all areas of your life. When this oracle appears, you are being told specifically that you don't need to worry. Even that which appears to be most troublesome is going to reveal itself to be working in your favor. I like this. Affirmation. Whatever appears to be, the truth revealed is always love helping me. I like that. Okay, Sagittarius. Can't wait to do your extended. It's interesting. And regardless, I will see you guys again in October. Thank you for your massive support. Highly appreciate it. Highly love it. And yeah, I guess we'll see each other in a second.